Hey guys, how's it going? So this machine here is Quiet Deluxe, one of the later models. It's a 1955, and this is one of those rare colors that they made from I think 55 to 57. You'll see a lot of the baby blue ones and the pink ones, and occasionally a yellow one. You won't see many of these though. This is the charcoal gray option, and I think there's one for sale right now on Etsy, and but yeah, these are really uncommon, and they're pretty cool. They're really cool. They type great, and everything on this one works great. This button kind of sticky sometimes when you're opening and closing it, but it's got the touch control right here. It's got the ribbon color selector to go from red, black, or the white over here is stencil, and tabs work great. It's got the fold up paper support arms right here. And I'm going to give it a type test in just a second, and you'll see this has a really cool font too. It's not the standard pica. It's not the standard pica. It is a 10 pitch. It's 10 characters per inch for anyone who's looking to write a screenplay or anything like that, and they want something that's industry format. This isn't Courier technically. Like I said, the font is different. The Q's and the Y's are a little different, and well, I think it looks really cool. I've seen it called a couple different things online. Not Imperial, but starts with a C. But I've seen it. A lot of these models had it. A lot of these glossy colored models, they had that unique font, and I'll put it in the listing. But this thing is, I like it. I like it a lot. It's it's more masculine than some of the baby blue and obviously the pink. It's pretty cool. The charcoal gray. I'm surprised there aren't more of them, but yeah, this is very, very uncommon. And this one, like I said, is in great shape. Just a couple scrapes right here, and that's pretty much it. And the light hits it kind of strange, and you might think you're looking at an imperfection, but it's just the paint job. And yeah, so I'll give you a type test here, and then I'll pull the paper out. It's got an all black ribbon right now, so I can't show you anything with red, but I will put it on the different settings and try to zoom in so you can see the mechanism does adjust up and down correctly. Give me 1 second. Okay. Just want to make sure this is in focus. So again, I'll give you caps and lowercase and everything, and you can see everything's aligned good. Backspace works. And then give you all the numbers and the letters. I use the L as 1 because these older ones, not all of them had the 1 key. So for 1, you use the lowercase L. And then, like I said, this thing has an all black ribbon, but okay, so this is on the black setting, and you can see this ribbon comes up a little bit. And then I'm going to switch it to red, and you'll see it comes up a little higher. So this is on the red setting. Oh, messing up typing. And then these old ones don't have exclamation marks either. So what I do is I'll put an apostrophe, backspace, and a period, and that's kind of a makeshift. But let me bring this out of here. You guys can see. That is the type sample. And so again, I don't know what this font is called, but it's not the standard Picat 10. It's different, and I like it. I like it because it's different, you know. But it doesn't take much from me because I like these old typewriters. But you can see it has a really clear imprint, and obviously everything works on this. And I'll show you the bell. And of course you set those with the magic margins. Now I think the magic margins is the one thing that is not functioning on these. Oh, let's see, nope, that's definitely working. So to set the magic margins, this is the right one, this is the left one. You're gonna hold this button right here. This is the carriage release. It's what allows you to move it back and forth. And then you're gonna also press this one down. And then as you drag it to the left, you're gonna feel it pulling on the string a little. I don't know if it's a spring or a metal line. And then wherever you stop it right there, that's gonna be the right margin. That's where it's gonna stop. And the same thing for the left one. Let me move this into focus here. When I press this, you should hear a zip, and that's the margin zipping over here. And again, you're just gonna hold the carriage release key on either side. There's one of these also on the other side, and then I'm gonna do it over here because it's easier. You're gonna press down on this, and then as you drag it to the right, you'll feel it catch. And again, wherever you leave it off, that's where your new line will start. So when you're typing, get to the end of the line, you return, that's where it'll stop. But also, the reason you bring this back, these are all the tabs, and you can just push down and move these either direction. There's 6 of them, and wherever you set them at the beginning of the line, you can just tab through. And I believe that is every function on this machine. I'm trying to think if there's any others. Like I said, sometimes you have to kind of help it down, and then sometimes you have to help it up. But unlike so many, the springs are still intact right here. A lot of these, you know, when you press the button, they'll open, but then there's no spring propping them up. They just kind of stay right here, and you have to You have to hold it up manually, which is a pain when you're going to change the ribbon or do anything in here. So again, this one's in really good shape, and so is the case. There's no key, but it does latch. You can just close it. It latches right shut. You don't have to manually hold the things in and do that. It locks into place, and this is a clean one. I like this one. It's really unique. It's got the line spacing lever over here. There's 1, 2, 3. So right now I have it on single spacing. You can move it 1 to double, or all the way forward is triple spacing. And I don't know why, this is kind of tough to move. Usually they're not this tough, but it all works. And I think that's all the features. The touch control, I think I showed you this at the beginning of the video. You can see the touch control over here, the 1 through 9. Typically, I can't really feel the difference. I'll run this piece of paper through here one more time, and maybe I'll be able to feel it, but typically you can't. But all the springs are still connected, so in theory it does work. I'll tell you, I'm gonna set it to the hardest setting, and for those of you who are unfamiliar, you just move this. So you basically pull it towards you and move it back and forth. So 9 is going to be the hardest setting, and that's when you're typing. You have to put a little more. You have to put a little more force into the keys. Now I'll switch it back to the easy setting. See what I mean? It's just barely perceptible. I can just hardly feel it, but you know, some people do like to adjust it. They'll keep it on 4 or 5. I always keep them on the easiest just because I'm lazy. But yeah, guys, this is it. This is the 1955 charcoal gray Royal Quiet Deluxe. If you have any questions, please feel free to hit me up. Have a good one.